Hello everyone, and thank you for checking in and thank you for joining us for another video. Today we're going to France. Are you excited? I'm excited because actually we're just virtually going to France. We're first stopping in Paris on our way to Marseille. Yes, it is time again. Every 2 years, the most important customs event happens in France, courtesy of the #1 trade facilitation and training organization in France. Of course, I'm talking about ODASCE. I have had the pleasure. I think this is my 6th ODASCE meeting. I've been all over France with these guys. I've been to Lille. I've been to Strasbourg. I've been to Biarritz. And now, finally, Marseille. And here to talk about this, the one that knows everything about it, the one that is the brain behind our efforts. I'm talking, of course, about Catherine. Catherine, bonjour.
Bonjour, Arne. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be there and to talk about our next event in Marseille.
Wow, it is really great. Quickly, before we get started though, tell us a little bit about ODASCE. What is ODASCE? What does it stand for, this abbreviation? And what do you do?
So ODASCE is a non-profit organization based in Paris, and we are specialized on customs matters for companies involved in international trade. So we have 3 main missions. Is to train, so we are a training organization with a lot of subjects about customs, VAT, CBAM, deforestation, sanctions, export control in our catalog. We also do information for our members. So we do regulatory watch. We have an hotline for our members when we have some questions, practical questions about international trade matters. And we also have a mission of simplification. So we propose simplifications to administrations, French administrations, as we have a partnership convention with the French Customs Administration, but also being involved in Europro, which is an European organism which stands in the trade contact group of the TAXUD of the European Commission.
Wow, that's amazing. There's so much happening, so much support that you offer. What a shame it is only for the French, right? Is this only for the French?
No, it's not only for the French. Well, some of our activities are only in French, but we have some activities also dedicated to English people, like the 17th European Conference in Marseille, which is an event for everybody, English speakers as French speakers. And we have a lot of big companies which are not only French companies. So no, it's not only for French people.
Because this would be so interesting before we start talking about the conference, I'm just thinking it would be so good for multinational companies that operate in more than one country in the European Union and that obviously speak English, but need support maybe with the French authority or, French speaking authority. We're talking Switzerland here, we're talking Belgium. I know the rules are different, but having French-speaking support for multinational companies with a professional organization non-for-profit, I think is invaluable.
Yes, I think so. And also some of our members said that French customs gives a lot of information to the organizations based in France, like ODASCE. And we have some multinational members that said they give information to the other companies in Europe, because maybe Italy does not give so much information to the trade, so they think they can spread all the information we give to other member states, because customs regulations are European, not only French.
Very true, very true. So there is There are a lot of lessons that we can learn if we get good information, high quality information, and the French authorities are known for providing a lot of support. And because
Yes.
of your partnership with your direct links with the French authorities, you get information not only for France, but actually also you are helping other member states and other companies in other member states, correct?
Yes, it is. It's what happens. It's what our members tells us.
So, but then logically, are you telling me that ODASCE 2024, this conference you're doing in Marseille,
Yes.
is actually not really a French conference? It is actually a European conference?
Yes, it is named Customs European Conference of ODASCE. It always has been a European conference because since the beginning of these conferences, we wanted to have people from other countries, speakers and audience also. So it is an European conference, and the subjects, the topics which will be discussed are European or international ones. So it can be interesting for everyone.
Cool. So let's talk about the conference then. What are, you said it already a little bit, what are the main themes then and objectives for the ODASCE 2024 conference?
Well, this year we wanted to have a common thread. It's to open perspectives for companies facing geopolitical tensions, crisis, but also as we are in a period of an evolving regulatory environment with an expanded notion of the border crossing. It's not only about customs. It's about chain values. It's about regionalization of economy. It's about compliance and the new regulations about environmental and ethical compliance. So we will discuss about all these topics: customs clearance and the evolution of customs clearance, but also about compliance, value chains, free trade agreements, and so on, and so many other things.
Wow. These are so important topics right now, more than ever. It feels with, as you said, CBAM, UDR, ESG initiatives. There is an urgent need for us to discuss. But there's one concern though. I hear that it is a European conference and it's international. But honestly, let's be honest, the French are known that for it being in French all the time. French, French, French. Honestly, hand to heart, will the sessions, these conference sessions, be in English?
Well, some speakers will talk French, some speakers will talk English, because not all our speakers are French. We have some speakers from other countries, from Germany, for example, from Belgium, from the European Commission, and even from some French speakers, as personalities as Michel Perola from DG Tax Sud, which are French speakers, told us we will talk in English because it's our working language. So there is some roundtables that will be only in English. We have different formats in our conference. We have roundtables, we have hot topics about which will give some information about hot subjects. And we'll have some think tanks. And so some hot topics will only be in English, some roundtables also, some of us in French. So it's a mix. But there will always be a translation during the hot topics and the roundtables.
Wow.
So there is an interpretation, a live interpretation in French and in English.
Okay, so the English can understand what the French are saying and the French can understand what the English are saying.
Yes.
Wow.
A live interpretation for all the roundtables and the hot topics. For the think tanks, it's a little different because think tanks is about making people speak, people in the public, the audience. So We have 4 think tanks, and there is one which is going to be dedicated to the English audience. One about compliance and compliance challenges. Mm-hmm. And thank you very much to co-host these think tanks.
Of course, it is my pleasure. Of course,
it's one of your main subjects of expertise. So we are very happy to have you in this think tank.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Okay.
And so there is one session in English for our international audience. Not only English audience, international audience. We have some people from different countries.
Oops. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, understood. So are you saying I do need to speak French or I don't need to speak French? Just to be clear.
No, you don't need to, because there is interpretation. And also we are in a European customs conference. So more or less people speak English. We know that French people is not known as the best speakers in English, but everybody now involved in international trade speak more or less.
Correct. And it is also my experience, you know, and you demonstrated very well right now with a charming accent, you know.
Thank you.
You're doing such a good job with so important words. And if I had to say, you know, CBAM and EUDR and supply chain optimization in French, ooh la la, it would be crazy. So well done, you. So if that's the level of English we are going to get at the conference, everybody should attend. Every English speaker is very well looked after, for sure.
Thank you very much. But we will have speakers with a very good level in English too. So.
And how can I get to, so you say it is in Marseille. Tell us a little bit about why Marseille was chosen. What is Marseille for those few people that might not have heard of Marseille too much, about what is important to know about Marseille? And also, how can you get to Marseille? Come on, tell us.
Why Marseille? We decided to locate this edition in Marseille because it's a second port in France for international trade. So this year we wanted to be located on a logistic hub, and Marseille is a logistic hub. It's also a city which is in the Mediterranean Sea, and so we wanted to talk also about Pan-Euro-Mediterranean countries and convention, which is going to enter into force next year for the revised convention. So we wanted to choose something about logistics, about international trade, a site which represents this, and which there is sun most of the year. So it will be, we hope to have sun for our conference.
Oh, I can't wait. It's a November conference and we will be where it's warm. So I like it. I like it. Okay, good. How do we get to Marseille?
So to go to Marseille, we have a very nice website. I can see it behind you. So in this website, which is in French and in English, so we have the both languages in the website. You can find all the information about the location, about how to reach Marseille, and also a multi-language hotel search platform in order to book your stay in Marseille. So everything is on a website in a special tab, practical information.
Very good, very good. You thought this through, I can see. One of the things besides the agenda, and you are known for this quite a lot. I remember Biarritz and the casino and the time we didn't play, it was the dinner, but one of the things that is very, very unique is the program outside the working conference, the labs and the thought leadership, the networking opportunities, the opportunities to meet other people, exchange in coffee breaks. And I know there's always a stand, so maybe you can talk about the exhibition, the trade exhibition if you want, but also there's a social aspect where we get together. So tell us a little bit about your big focus on networking opportunities?
Yes, this time we wanted to focus a lot on networking because it was a demand of the participants. As we have a growing number of participants on our conferences, this year we are already 500 participants right now. So we always want to have some conviviality in our events. So there is breaks, coffee breaks, there are lunches, seat lunches, not cocktail lunches, in order to participants can speak with another ones and make professional network. But this year we innovate also by we have invested in an application dedicated to connect and arrange meeting between participants. So they can, a participant who is registered in the event can say, oh, I see someone I wanted to talk, and send to him an invitation in order to schedule a meeting during the event. So for the networking, the very important thing.
So I can go through the list of participants, say, I want to meet this person, click connect with them, and maybe have a meeting?
Yes.
Wow.
We have the name, and the people can accept or no. If they don't want to, they can refuse, but they can speak, and you can speak to another. Because when you have 500 participants, it's difficult sometimes to know, oh, I see, I want to see him, but where is it?
Wow. Wow. I really need to register. I don't think I've registered yet. I think I should make sure I'm on that list. Oh, 500 people. Wow. Do you said it, the authorities attend as well?
Yes, the authorities attend as well. There, we have DG Trade, DG Tax Sud, French Customs Directorate. We have also some academics that will be there. So we have it's an event for all people involved in international matters, private or public sector, industry, commerce, logistics, IT providers, consultants. We also have a partnership with University of Aix-Marseille, so we'll have some students which have customs in their education program. So it's for everyone involved and interested in customs matters, international trade, compliance, and logistics, I think, and supply chains.
Wonderful, wonderful. It looks like something no customs professional can miss.
We wanted in our program to have topics and speakers for all type of publics. So we have some strategic aspects and some operational aspects. It depends on the event. It depends on the sub-events of the event. So it's for everybody. Customs experts, but also people involved who need to know about the challenges and the opportunities, because it's about opportunities. We wanted a positive event. Environment now is very difficult for international trade, and the aim of the conference is to say, no, there is positive in it. What kind of positive we can seek from this? Nice. So it's why it's the common thread. We have not one topic, we have a lot of topics discussed, but with the aim of what can we take from this? What can we learn about this? What opportunities for international trade in all these regulations we have to comply with?
It sounds amazing. I want to be respectful of your time, so I only have 1.5 questions left. One is a personal one that we'll get to in the end. Here's the half question. It's actually just a comment, because I think for the first time I've seen at a conference of customs conference, that there is the ODASCE app. So something's happening where I'm supposed to download an app. Now you've got to explain to me, why on earth are we having an app at the conference, and what is the thinking behind that?
The app is the application that where you can know how to go, because there is some sub-events. We have the roundtables, the hot topics, and the think tanks, and the networking slots. And some of them are at the same time, but they are spread on the 2 days. So you can go to a hot topic on the first day and to a think tank on the other day. So with the apps, we will know where to go, when, because you're going to schedule where to go. And it is also through this app that you can do networking by schedule meetings with other participants. And also our sponsors can make notifications. They can invite people to their tables for the lunches, for example, because we have a lot of sponsors for the events, a lot of IT providers, customs and tax representatives. And so you can meet them at their booth, or you can make them by contacting them through the apps, or they can contact you through the apps. And you can say yes or no.
It's perfect. It's technology applied. I really like it as a complement to a live. So people meet, but technology is there to support and not replace, which is really great. Okay, so enough of this. I'm sold. I'll be there anyway, and I think anybody watching this will now get to this conference, because you can't miss it. You need to take time off and come. It is just too good, too well organized, just like the ODASCE style that I know. Last question, personal question. Actually, it's 2 parts. Number 1, will there be a competition and a theme like last time where we had the superheroes of customs? I'm so curious if you can kind of spill the beans on if there's going to be, some kind of very entertaining way, some superheroes and the competition that we can do. And the second part of that question is, what are you personally are looking forward to the most?
Well, for the first question, you will see it's a surprise. Camille is organizing everything. We can say that the theme is to level up. The theme of the conference is to level up, how to level up in the competence. So maybe something about this, but I can tell more.
Okay.
And sorry, I forgot the second question.
The one thing that you are looking forward to the most with the ODASCE conference?
Well, we wanted people to go to this conference, but when they come to the companies, to have some best practices. They have shared experience. They can go to the company and tell, oh yes, I have learned this. We can put it in place. And it's the first part, it's for companies. And the second part is also, after the conference, to tell to the administrations, well, we have a conference. This is the issues for the companies. We can make you some proposals in order to make regulations operational for companies. So we have 2 aims. In one side, best practices and something companies can put in action in their day-to-day or in their strategy for the future of international trade, and for administration make some proposals.
Okay, wow. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Did we already say when this conference takes place? Just remind us when it happens.
20 and 20th of November 2024.
Okay.
20 and 21.
Not so long to go. And how long do we register? When do you cut it off?
You can accept until, well, most at the last time, but with some restrictions is for lunches. And so it's better to register now, because after it's more difficult to go to all the events on the consulate.
Understood. Okay, good. I hope you can double the participation now with this video. I'm sure everybody watching will book now, and you will see before you know the meeting room will explode. Huh?
Well, we have only 100 places because we have 500 people and we have 600 places.
Okay, it will be done. It will be full, no?
Still some, you can still register, but
you have to be quick.
No, not take too long.
Thank you very much. So that's it. Thank you very much for your time. I can't wait to be there. It is the highlight of the year for sure. What a shame it only happens every 2 years, but at the same time, it lifts the expectations and the anticipations. And
Yes.
yeah, so merci beaucoup, as they say in French. And I cannot wait to see you in Marseille. The final words are with you.
Merci, Arne, for this opportunity to speak to English people and to your community.
Thank you. See you in Marseille. Au
See you in
revoir.
Marseille.
Bye bye. Merci.
Bye.